Okay, so good evening. Tonight's practice is focusing on transformation. And transformation is, in Ayurveda, we think of transformation as digestion. So digesting thoughts, digesting what we see, digesting what we smell, what we hear, what we taste. So not just that physical digestion of the food that we intake, but any experience that we have. So any experience that we have throughout the day, whether we hear something, we smell something, that's to be digested. And so with all the stimulus that we have all around us all the time, there's so much that we are intaking in through any of our senses. So tonight's practice, we're going to focus on the stomach as well as the spleen because those two organs work together. So we're going to focus on those two. We're going to start our practice with our bhramari breath, which is our humming bee breath. Because what that does is that draws all of our senses inward. So bringing our energy and our senses in, that's our pratyahara, our sense withdrawal, or our directing of our senses, we could say. So we're going to bring our energy in, and then we'll start our practice after that. So let's find a comfortable seat. We'll just settle in, maybe connecting with the breath. Maybe exhale. Feeling the sits bones sink down into the sides of the feet, the shins, the backs of the legs. Inviting our energy to settle. We're rushing, trying to get here. Move the shoulders up and back. And down, the shoulder blades come down. Rest the hands, maybe tilt the chin down. And just feel the breath in the body. Maybe noticing any sounds. Noticing the temperature on our skin, that sense of touch. Our hands on the legs, and maybe in prayer. Noticing smells or tastes. Perhaps the colors, the backs of the eyelids. Let out a sigh. And now starting our bhramari breath, or bhramari pranayama, we're going to bring our thumbs to that little cartilage that we call a trachea in our ear. Because what we're doing is we're going to close that, gently close that, and then we bring our first two fingers, the index in the middle, over the eyelids. We're not going to press down, we're just going to close the eyes and place them on the eyelids. Yeah, and then the ring fingers go to the outer crease of the nose. We're not going to press on the nose, we're just going to place them there. And then our pinky fingers come to the corner of the mouth, on the upper lip towards the corner edge of the mouth. So I'm going to come close so you guys can see. It's going to look like this. So my ring fingers are on the outside of the nose, pinky fingers on the edge of the mouth, on the top of the lip, and then index and middle on the eyelids. And we'll press that cartilage into the ear. What this does is this is closing off all of our senses: ears, sight, smell, taste, and then we're touching, okay? So thumbs in the ears, find your comfortable seat. Two fingers on the eyelids, ring fingers on the outer edge of the nose, and the pinkies on the top lip towards the edge of the eye. What we'll do is we're going to breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll breathe in, and then that next exhale, we make a humming sound. So we'll just go, just like that. And we'll feel that vibration in the head. We're going to do that 5 times. If you get a tickle in your throat, no problem. Just cough or just try to go on with the hum. So we're going to do that 5 times. So fingers ready on the face. Let's breathe in. And exhale. And breathe in for the buzz. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, and don't worry, no one else can hear you. We're all buzzing. Inhale whenever you're ready. Last time. Release the hands, relax. Let that aside. We notice the beating of the heart, the face, the back of the throat. And we'll exhale, gently open the eyes if they're closed. And our first yin shape of the night is our butterfly. So you can bring the knees out in front, the feet out in front. And in Yin Yoga, remember we can kind of round the spine. So bring the feet together. And we bring the heart forward just a little bit. And then when you're ready, just round that back, tuck the chin. And rest. And just let that body settle. Relaxing the sits bones into the floor. Relaxing the spine. Letting the feet, soles of the feet soften. If you have a block handy, sometimes I like to bring a block and place a block on my feet and then press my head on the block. Release the busyness of our day. Bring our energy in. And invite in that transformation of digestion as we digest our thoughts. Digesting the different things we've heard throughout the day, even in passing, different smells. Inviting that transformation into our space. Knowing that sometimes we can inhale and come out of the pose just a little bit. Then exhale, come back in and see if maybe we notice anything different as we approach another time. Reminding ourselves that in Yin Yoga, in all yoga really, that it's not about going further or deeper into a pose that makes anything better. It's being present. So we just invite that presence into our space. Maybe even breathing into the back body, feeling some expansion as we relax and surrender. If you begin to feel impatient, just come back into the moment. Notice your feet, your legs, your hips. Notice your body in this shape. And all of the benefits of butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Just folding forward. Providing a pillow or a block, maybe a pillow is more comfortable. Yeah, let a sigh arrive here in the space. Remember, there's really no goal. We're just offering the space for whatever comes up. So the feet can be close to the midline or they can be far. Just different meridians. The feet closer or further away. Exhale, sigh. Good. Now a couple more breaths here in butterfly. And let's just count down from 3 down to 0. And when we get to 0, just gently bringing the shoulders up, back, lifting the heart. Then we'll find our rebound. So we'll send our legs long. Back flat on the floor. We'll rest here. Feel that energy flowing freely through the body. Release, inviting it to flow freely through the body. Good job. We let out a sigh. And one more deep breath in. And we'll exhale. We'll bend the legs so the feet come side by side. Maybe hip distance apart. You can lift the hips so the entire low back's on the floor. And then we're going to windshield wiper the legs. So we're going to just windshield wiper over to the right. So both knees fall over to the right. They don't have to be stacked. In fact, one of mine, my left top knee is going to over my right ankle. My right side is on the earth. Your arms can be out like a T. You can place your hands on your heart, maybe on your stomach. And we'll pause here. Our stomach meridian runs along the top of the leg, across the knee. So when our knee is bent like this, it's bringing that awareness to the stomach. And when we twist just a little bit, that kind of promotes that digestion. So again, just promoting that transformation and digestion of all the input from our day, even maybe our past week or month or year. Inviting the digestion so we can be transformed with that inner fire. If you're clenching that left leg, maybe just release it and let it kind of be lazy on top. Relax the face. Now another deep breath in. And on an out breath, maybe even a sigh, we'll exhale to bring the knees through center. When we come to center, maybe we hug them into our chest for just a moment. Rocking back and forth, side to side. Yeah, good. And then exhale, let's bring them back down to the earth. And then allow them to fall over to the left. So that right knee might be kind of over that left ankle this time. Maybe a hand on the stomach and a hand on our heart. And sigh and rest into this windshield wiper. Let the eyes rest into the head. Maybe the tongue falls to the roof of the mouth. Silence is our teacher. Our silence can guide our energy, guide our healing, guide our transformation. Have a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. Have another in breath. And on our out breath, bring those knees to the sky, feet to the floor. And then let's bring them into our chest. Hug them nice and tight, rock side to side. Good job. And then we'll exhale, send them long. And let that chi move and flow through the body. Let the feet fall out, or maybe the feet fall in. But allow this rest to support that chi in moving through the body. And another deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And now we're going to roll over. We'll come up into a rock pose. So our rock pose, our feet are back, kind of underneath the seat, and then we just sit right back onto our heels. We can have our hands on our thighs. If that isn't accessible to come all the way onto the backs of the heels, find some blocks or even a couple pillows. So if you have a block or two, you can just sit on the blocks as high as you need. Just sit. So your legs, your seat isn't on your heel. So if that's helpful, you can sit on some blocks. And if you don't have blocks, just find some pillows or anything that might help you to get that height that you need so you can be here in rock pose. Yeah, good. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe close the eyes. This is a really supportive pose for digestion because there's shroom right activating over the tops of the legs where that stomach meridian flows. And here we can bring our focus, if our eyes are closed or if they're open, to the tip of the nose, and we'll just rest in rock pose with our awareness, the tip of the nose. If you find that your mind is wandering and your energy still feels a little scattered, you can come back to that bhramari pranayama, the fingertips on the eyes, outside of the nose, top of the lip. And you can do that on your own. Just do that buzz and calm those senses, bring them in. Maybe an experience possibly, or something that we haven't quite digested in our life might come into our mind. We can acknowledge that and maybe come back to it after our practice. Right now we can be present, but just know that In Yin Yoga, it does bring stuff up as we're accessing those energy channels. So with our intention being on that digestion of experiences, just know that we're creating the supportive space for things to come up. You can come back to them later, or maybe you want to sit with that experience now. And just feel that in your being. And allow for that transformation. Let's count down from 3, 2, and 1. Gently, either coming over to the side or maybe coming up onto the hands and knees, but making our way into our rebound. So however you want to make your way to your back. Just really letting those legs stretch and that chi flow. Like the little snow globe that we shake up. And the snow and the glitter settles. Maybe feeling that glitter sensation in our being, letting it settle and flow. Relaxing palms and soles of the feet. And let out a deep breath if that would support this rebound. And now we'll inhale. And on an exhale, we're going to roll to one side and we're going to come up to our downward facing dog. We haven't done downward facing dog in our yin class yet, but we're going to do it tonight for the first time and we're going to be there for 1 minute. So this is a much more active yin pose than what we're used to. This is very yang. So whenever you're ready, if you're ready, there's no rush. Find your variation of downward facing dog. And if downward facing dog really isn't going to float your boat tonight, then maybe find puppy pose. Just allow that spine to really lengthen. If you want to find downward facing dog, then find downward facing dog. And then we'll rest here. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the hands on the floor, the feet on the floor. Now 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to come into sleeping swan. So kind of shift forward. Bring the right knee towards that right wrist and the right foot up towards that left wrist. Bring that left leg down, left foot to the floor. And if it's accessible for you to come onto the forearms and bring that head down, then you can do that. If that's a little too tricky for you, then maybe find pillows or blocks to rest the forearms on. So that's a couple of variations. And if neither of those feel good in your body, then roll onto your backs. And I'm going to show you how to do it on your back. Just come onto the back. Bring that right ankle below that left knee. And we'll find it like this, kind of like a number 4 on your back. So settle in to your sleeping swan. And allow that right foot to be really lazy. In our vinyasa class and our yang practice, sometimes an instructor might say to flex the foot. We don't do that in Yin Yoga. We just let it be loose. And just breathe into the shape. What does this shape have to teach us? What does our sleeping swan have to reveal to us? As we journey through transformation, as we digest our experiences, our sensory inputs. Sigh. Maybe noticing the heart. What is the weight of the heart in the chest tonight? Any discomfort, just send the breath there. Breathing into the body, creating expansion. Maybe even visualizing the fascia just being lubricated and sliding past the sheaths of fascia, just sliding past each other, creating for a healthier being. A couple more breaths. And now exhale, we can press up with the hand. You can bring the right knee up, and then onto that left knee, and then send the right leg back, and we're going to come into our rebound. So you can come onto the stomach, you want to lay on the stomach, or you can come onto the back. So whichever kind of feels more inviting. And let that energy flow, that chi flow. Now inhale. Exhale. we'll inhale to bring the heart and the head kind of straight, parallel with the floor. Press up. Send the hips back. And now bring the legs out in front. Now we're going to come into square pose. So our left shin is in front, and then we're going to bring the right foot on top of the left knee and the right knee on top of the left foot. And if this isn't quite accessible, if you have a lot of space, you can bring a block, or you can just let the space be where the space is. You give a pillow or a blanket, that's kind of more comfortable sometimes. Now once you find your square, roll the shoulders back. And then if you want to lean forward until you feel a little feedback, go forward. Maybe you want to stay back a little more. Lean forward as much as you'd like. You can even bring a block in front. You can rest your head on a block, rest your hands on the block and your head on the hands, the arms, whatever feels good. Maybe noticing it in the outer hip, the glutes, maybe even the low back. Yeah, good job. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit on the inside of the leg, like the hamstring on that top leg, a little bit too. Relax the face, relax the low jaw. You close the eyes. We're noticing on the upper glutes and the low back, upper glute area maybe. Maybe bring your awareness to the physical sensations in the body. Keep that present awareness right there with that physical sensation, wherever it might be. Remembering to breathe. Sigh. Let your next exhale be a really long exhale, maybe even audible. Breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly begin to lift the chest up, bringing the shoulders and the heart, the head back. Yeah, good job. No rush. Really good job. You sigh because it just feels so good. Yeah, nice job. Send the heart forward, the head back. Maybe offer a couple neck rolls. And then send the legs out in front. We're going to rebound. Let the eyes come towards the back of the head. Allow that glitter sensation of the snow globe. Transport that chi wherever it needs to go to promote healing in the body. Now exhale. Rolling over to one side, we're going to come into downward facing dog again. So however you get there, breathing as you go and not rushing to arrive. Feel the backs of the legs really expand and open after our square pose. We close the eyes as if you were resting here. Allow that head to be heavy and just lengthening the spine as the feet are heavy and lengthen the backs of the legs. Now breathe in. Then exhale, bring that left knee up towards that left wrist. For sleeping swan on the other side, the left foot is out. Maybe the shin is parallel with the top of the mat. It doesn't have to be. That foot can be down. The right leg is long. And knowing that this side might feel entirely different, and that's okay. The forearms can come down. If you have blocks or pillows, you want to rest the forearms on to bring the heart up a little higher. It's another option. And then again, if that doesn't work, we can come into our reclined sleeping swan, which is on our back. The left ankle just below that right knee. We can hug it into our chest just like this. Like that, number 4. That's our other variation. Just rest and be. Breathe some breath into any areas of resistance, whether it feel like tension or compression in the body. Then a woman said, "Speak to us of joy and sorrow." And he answered, "Your joy is your sorrow unmasked, and the self-same well from which your laughter rises was oftentimes filled with your tears. And how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. Is not the cup that holds your wine the very cup that was burned in the potter's oven? And is not the lute that soothes your spirit the very wood that was hollowed with knives? When you are joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. Together they come, and when one sits alone with you at your board, remember that the other is asleep upon your bed. Verily, you are suspended like scales between your sorrow and your joy. Only when you are empty are you at standstill and balanced. When the treasure keeper lifts you to weigh his gold and his silver, needs must your joy or your sorrow rise or fall. Let's breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. And then gently, if you're on your backs, you can release the right foot to the floor and the left. If you're in your sleeping swan on the stomach, then press up off the floor. Then lift that left knee up. Send it back. And then either rest on your stomach or rest on your back. And allow for that rebound. And the chi to flow through your entire being. And sigh. Inhale together. Exhale, sides. You roll to one side and come up to a seat again. Now this time our right leg will be on the bottom. And then our left leg is on top with our our left foot on top of that right knee. And the left knee on top of that right foot. For our square pose on the other side. And again, just kind of noticing, maybe this side feels different. If you could even remember what the other side felt like. Allow for the opening in the outer hips. Maybe the upper glutes, low back. Along the sides of the spine, that urinary bladder. Or maybe somewhere completely different, knowing that wherever you're feeling the sensation is probably exactly where you're supposed to feel it. Allow the breath to support you in resting here. The gallbladder meridian on the outer hip is what supports us in making decisions. If it's in excess, it might manifest as impulsiveness. We do things on a whim or really impulsively, or if it's deficient, we might be indecisive, just have complete slowness in making decisions for really no reason. But when that gallbladder is functioning optimally, then we can be decisive and make informed decisions. Or even decisions that are going to support our highest good. Exhale to feel that digestion, that transformation taking place. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. So we allow for the transformation of both joy and sorrow. Honoring the decisions that we've made or that we haven't made. Digesting them into our being. And then exhale, feeling that transformation and allowing them to be transformed for our highest good. Knowing that we always have a choice. Let it be so. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Now inhale. Begin to lift the heart, the chest, the shoulders, the head up to stack over the hips. Good job. Bring those hands back. Kind of let those legs come out front for a rebound. Come onto the back. Feel that chi. The release in the body. Maybe bringing a hand to the stomach and a hand to the heart for this rebound. Feeling the connection between the digestion that happens in the stomach and the transformation in the heart space. Sigh. Now a deep breath in and out. And roll over to one side and we'll come up to a seat again. Without rush to get there. And then let's bring our feet apart. So they can be wider than your hips or they can be a little bit wider than that. And we'll come into our dragonfly. So if you want to have a block or a pillow to rest the forearms on, we'll lean forward. Let the feet be floppy. Maybe they fall out or they fall in. And bring those forearms to rest over that pillow or that block. You can walk the hands forward and lift the head round, the back round. Our spleen meridian runs on the inside of the leg, and that's the organ that works in tandem with the stomach. So maybe noticing the chi flowing on the inside of the leg, where the liver meridian, kidney meridian, spleen meridians flow. The tops of the leg, that stomach meridian is. Allow this shape to be revelatory, as we sit in silence and allow the energetic body to bubble up to the surface and to guide us in our Yin Yoga practice. Let your breath support you in the pose. Breathing into any discomfort or tension. Breathing just to know that you're here, that you're present. Now breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, out. One more breath in and pause at the top, holding the breath, letting it suspend. And exhale, sigh like a waterfall, let the breath go. And then we'll gently maybe press the hands into the floor as we begin to walk the hands back so we can lift the heart and the shoulder. The head's moving really slow. Yeah. Maybe bringing the hands to the side and behind us. Bending the knees, letting the feet come to the floor, and then we'll make our way to our rebound. Taking our time to get there. Letting out a sigh when we do. The legs be long. Let the energy flow and settle. Let out a sigh. And now we'll inhale to bring our knees into our chest. We'll rest here with our hands on our shins just below our knees and our knees pulled into our chest. Exhale. Bringing all of our senses in. Letting anything we hear bring us deeper inside. Noticing the colors of the backs of the eyelids and bring our awareness in. anything we smell or taste, or any sensation that we feel, bring it in, draw that energy and awareness in, maybe to the heart, maybe to the belly button, to the spine. One more inhale. And then exhale to send the legs long. Point the toes. Maybe reach the arms above the head. Stretch the arms above the head. Point the toes towards the opposite way. And then land in Shavasana, or resting pose. Maybe a hand on the stomach and a hand on the heart. Or they can be at your side. Relax the glutes and the shoulder blades. Relax the back of the neck and the back of the head. Let the tops of the legs sink into the backs of the legs. The front of the body sink into the back of the body. Everything rests a little deeper and finds a little more stillness. In our spirit of transformation, I'm going to chant for just a few rounds. To Shiva, the transformer. And just let the chant fill your space and your heart. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om. Peace. 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 May we go forth and know that we have the beautiful ability to digest our experiences, and allow them to be transformed so we can reach our highest potential, to serve our highest self. Om Shanti. Namaste.